You know, there's so many days where I just want to go back to like where my head was shaved because it was so easy. And a lot of people will be like, you know, hey, this looks good natural like this, but this is what happens every single night. Like when I take showers, I'm just hanging around my house, this just comes out of my face like this, and there's nothing I can do because I do like this, and it goes out of my face. I'll just man bun it. What is going on, guys? So I thought I'd show you a little bit of what I do in the morning sometimes. You know, yeah, I don't usually get to film in the morning because I work, but today is a holiday, so I can film a little bit more. But before we go to the gym, like 45 minutes to an hour, I have two packets of the high fiber maple brown sugar oatmeal, which is delicious. It's like 10 grams of fiber per packet. Highly recommend it. It tastes fantastic. Easy way to knock out your fiber. Eat 2 packs of that. It's 20 grams of fiber. That's, for most people, a significant chunk, if not all, of your protein or your fiber for the day, depending on you know, what your needs are. 2 scoops of protein, which ever since my starting out lifting, my bro days, I've always just woken up and had 2 scoops of protein. That's what I've always done. Like with breakfast comes 2 scoops of protein. Never 1 scoop protein, 2 scoop protein. And it actually surprised me how many people ask me if I use water in my protein. So I do use water, and I've just always used water. I have tried out milk before, and it's good. It's more filling, but I started on water, and I've always used water. So that's just what I do. And then we have a Thomas's bagel to get some more carbs in. We're gonna be headed to the gym in a little bit. Got some front squats and some deadlifts and some accessories. It's kind of a dynamic day, but it's still gonna be pretty heavy. I think we might even get up to 480 pounds on squats or deadlifts for some doubles, and then 390 for front squats. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to respond to some emails. I get a surprising number of emails from you guys, and I don't do any online coaching. I get questions about that, so it surprised me how many emails I get, and I'm not always the best at getting back to them in a timely manner because during the week with work, I just can't always get back to them. So I'm gonna try to respond to as many as I can. If I ever don't respond to you, it's not because I'm ignoring you. I really do try to get back to every single person. It's just hard sometimes. So I'm gonna do that, eat this food, maybe watch a YouTube video or 2, and then we'll be headed to the gym shortly. I think I might actually do my hair so it's not like flippity floppy in my face. Okay, so headed to the gym now. Now normally when I work in the morning, I'll have to basically get my gym bag together, or my preliminary gym bag, which will have my gym clothes in it. It'll have these because I walk in front of the gym from these. But luckily I can leave a bag at the gym, which will have it'll have my squat shoes, it'll have my deadlifting shoes, it'll have my belt, it'll have all my accessory things, such as my wrist wraps, my blocks, my clamps, everything. So it's kind of, in the morning it's kind of not like a rush, but I hate when I forget something, and sometimes I'll forget a camera battery, or I'll forget socks, which I've done a couple of times, which sucks. But the worst thing is when I forget a wristband, because I hate not having something on my wrist. Flick of the wrist. What is going on, guys? This is actually after the workout. I'm filming in this little studio thing. Hopefully no one comes in while I'm filming, or else I'll have to go somewhere else. What I figured I'd do is a little something different. Is actually I've already done the workout. I'm gonna show the clips over me kind of talking about how it went. And I'm gonna dive into my programming a little bit, or my lack thereof programming. So we started out with the front squats, 290 pounds for 6 sets of 2. This is 80%. This is more of my dynamic day. So I still have my maximum effort days twice a week, and then usually my dynamic days twice a week. But I wouldn't, basically what I'm doing for my programming is a modified kind of conjugate system, and I'm not really following a super structured programming. Let me break down what I do on my programming. Well, actually, let me talk about the workout. So we did the front squats, and they actually went really well. The 290 was surprisingly heavy, but you always have to understand that when you have like heavier days earlier in the week, as you get stronger, as you go heavier and in the week, your secondary workouts will consistently almost get harder because the heavier you go the couple days before, like you're getting stronger, you're going heavier, that's taxing your body more and more, thus kind of weakening you a little bit for the secondary lift. So don't always assume just because I've done 365 and that went up for a single and I did 315 and everything, just because like heavier weight has gone up faster on your secondary days, don't get kind of psyched out if your weight, like your 80%, 75%, 85% is going up actually slower than some of the heavier weight you've pulled. That's just because it is your secondary day. You've already had 1 to 2 heavy days before that. Your body's getting used to it. The central nervous system is like, oh, give me some time to chill. So we did the front squats, those went pretty decently, and then we moved directly into the deadlifts, where it was 480 pounds, which was also, I believe, 80 or 85%. I can never remember, I need to start writing this down more. 80 or 85% of the 600, did that for 6 doubles as well. That went really well, but I think one thing that I felt it can't be that my belt is getting too tight for me because my weight has actually been going down a little bit. I think I drank my pre-workout. I think I put too much water on pre-workout and I drank too much of my BCAAs or water or whatever during my workout because I felt like almost bloated while I was doing these movements. Not like I was gonna throw up, but like I could tell the belt was pushing against my stomach, that like there was a lot of like liquid in my stomach. Again, the belt stayed the same and I've done heavier weights earlier in the week, so it's not the belt's too tight. But anyway, so got those 6 sets of 2 out of the way, moving very quickly. My deadlifts, I'm actually very happy with how my deadlifts are going these days. I feel like I'm consistently getting stronger. The pulls are not really having any sticking points. Loving kind of doing weak point training. And then after the deadlifts, we just simply moved into some hamstring work and some pull-ups. So a very simple workout. So I'm going to talk very quickly about how my programming, or lack thereof, is kind of structured right now. So I'm doing kind of a modified conjugate system, a system or a method of training where you'll have kind of maximum effort days, dynamic days, and you'll have weak point training, you'll kind of work on your weak points. So what I do is, I'm gonna give you the structure of how it is. Now the actual workouts or what I do in the movements for my secondary movements can kind of change. But what I do is Monday is very much a leg day with a maximum effort to start. So the maximum efforts on Mondays will alternate, either being a deadlift variation or a squat variation. So I'll always start with one of those, okay? So I'll do the variation, work up usually to a heavy single, do some percentages off that single, and then move directly into completely leg-focused exercises. Whether it be, I could do front squats, I could do lunges, I could do hamstring curls, I could do leg extensions, I could do leg press, I could do glute ham raises, anything leg related. Maybe I'll do some pull-ups, but it's pretty much always leg day, even if I do deadlifts. Tuesday is pretty much a back hyper day. So I will do all of my back movements besides deadlifts that day. Lat pull downs, rows, pull-ups, any sort of pulling movement. Also, I'll throw some biceps in at the end of that. Wednesday will be my maximum effort upper day. So it'll be chest focused, and then the secondary half of that movement will be either like a tricep focused workout, shoulder focused workout, or directly just like pressing movements. So whether it be like incline pressing. Thursday I will take off usually. Friday will be a squat and deadlift day, strictly squat and deadlifts, and then just some like hamstring movements and some pull-ups like you saw today. Friday usually is a very, very kind of get in, get out, do the heavy main compounds, my squat, my deadlift, do some sets of 2 or 3, usually 8 or 6 sets of that, and then just some like hamstring curls and pull-ups, and I get out. So I don't really do that much. And then Saturday is gonna be another kind of chest push day, focused around whatever I didn't do on Wednesday, whether that be focus more on the triceps, focus more on shoulders as a secondary, always start kind of with chest, but I will switch that up. So it's kind of a confusing what I'm doing right now. It's a loose structure. I have not settled down on exactly how I want to do it. What I like to do personally is focus around the compound movements, the squat, the bench, and the deadlift. Maybe I'll start throwing in the overhead press more as a main focus, and then I work on variations of that, my weak point to actually boost those numbers, and then I just do accessories. So it's kind of like strength training in the beginning, accessory movements, and I pretty much do all of the movements twice a week. So every movement you see me do, I will do that in some variation, in some form, twice a week, and that is what's been working for me. It's what I've been enjoying. It's what I've been liking to do. I want to say I can do a video breaking it down more, but it's really confusing. Like, I understand how to do it. but it's hard to kind of put into terms. So I wouldn't necessarily say you follow exactly what I'm doing, because I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun doing it. I'm getting definitely stronger on my front squat. My deadlift is feeling great. Every single session on deadlifts is just, you know, consistently not being a hassle or a struggle. So workout's done. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I might throw some clips in at the end of this, so whatever I do after this. So enjoy and thank you. And if you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really does spread the channel. You know, I always thought this was someone legitimately just looking out the window, but I realized it's actually like a picture, or like a cardboard cutout of someone over there. Sneaky. So for some reason I thought when you use the Metro, there was like an entrance fee and an exit fee. But apparently when you basically you enter and it like registers your card, and then wherever you exit it knows how far you went, it takes it, or it knows. So basically, so for example, $1.80. So it costs $1.80 outside of peak hours, like when it's like I don't know, between like 8:30 and 9:30 I think, and then like 4:45 to, you know, work times. Then it costs a little more, like $2.40 or something. So it's basically $1.80 for me to get to the gym, and then $1.80 for me to get back to the gym. So it's not that bad. But you gotta time the Metros out, so you're not like waiting. You can use the app, or they have little signs. And then every day after the leg day, you get to walk up these escalators, because if you just stand, this will take forever. Forevs. So now what I'm gonna do is actually film a Q&A. I wanna learn a little bit about me. Got some good questions from my Twitter, and I'm gonna film this for Saturday video. So whenever you guys are seeing this, make sure you go back and check out the Saturday video. You know, grab some cereal, sit down, watch me talk, and talk about myself. I got some questions that are a little bit about lifting. I try to keep the Q&As more focused around like kind of lifestyle and just not like life advice, but just people ask me questions about like my thoughts on things, and I just give my thoughts on things. So I'm gonna film this, so make sure you guys check it out. And that's that.